This is Whipping It Out with Anthony Cumia on the Red Apple Podcast Network. Now, here's Anthony Cumia.
Hey everyone, Anthony Cumia here, whipping it out. You know, free speech, talking about stuff, what's going on, and giving you a little extra from what we do on the show Sunday evening, 8 to 11 p.m., a little more uncensored, a little more in-depth. And this time around, I want to talk about the amazing Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War. It's not the Secretary of Defense anymore. It's the Secretary of War. I love it. And the Democrats, of course, and the liberals, they had a huge problem with what Pete did the other day, which was gather all of the generals and admirals, Admiral Kirk, and got him in a big room and let them know that the old shit is done with. The stuff that they've done and had to deal with over the past 4 years, at the very least, the 4 years of the Biden administration, that is Dunsky. The transgender people in the military, the diversity, equity, and inclusion in the military, the unbelievable incompetence, and the people being so physically and mentally unfit. And during the Biden administration, and even now you hear from the liberals and the Democrats saying how this is a great thing. All of those things, the transgender people, the fat soldiers, the incompetent people put in positions of power just based on race, religion, sexuality. They tell you that this is the best thing that could possibly happen to our military. They mean it the whole country, but the military in particular. Anyone with any common sense realizes it's the worst possible thing for the military. The military isn't a democracy. It's not this illusion they have about America, that America is this country where people can come from anywhere and do whatever they please. You know, we've seen the damage that is done to our country. People that come in here from other lands and don't even like America. People that have mental illnesses that, the left looks at as wonderful people with amazing lives, and we should all be tolerant and inclusive and celebrate them. Meanwhile, anyone with common sense realizes they're mental patients. So the military is a fighting force. That's what it is. It's not a social experiment for the latest trend or the latest nut jobs to exercise their insanity. This is a fighting force. And over the centuries, couple of centuries that we've had a military in the United States, it's imperative that it be a strong, cohesive unit with strong leadership. And this has gone to the wayside. And what has taken its place of late has been the same bullshit social experiment we've seen with our own country. And it doesn't work. It only has made the military weaker over the course of the years of having people like Biden in there, or his administration. I never like saying Biden because he wasn't running anything. His administration. And it's done so much damage. So much damage. Do you think Vladimir Putin or Xi over there in China or Kim Jong-un or any of the tyrannical dictators that want to do their thing? They want to invade. They want to take land that isn't theirs. They want to oppress people. You think they were afraid of the United States military when they saw a man in the little military skirt with his stockings and his smart shoes and his wig and a little makeup? You think that struck fear in the heart of Vladimir Putin? Or do you think they laughed? Do you think they were laughing at the United States military? I have to think the latter. I have to think they were laughing. And it took Donald Trump getting in and appointing people like Pete Hegseth. This is a soldier. This is a guy, when he talks physical fitness and that the military leadership and soldiers should be made up of people that are fit, that are physically able to do the job of being a soldier. He talks about it. And then when he meets with the soldiers, he joins them for physical training. He's running with a rucksack on. He's doing the calisthenics. He's making sure that he sets an example. His leadership is getting involved and showing this is what you do. He's not just talk.
The following is a paid political announcement.
Lifelong Democrat Diana Florence served for 25 years as a Manhattan prosecutor under DA Robert Morgenthau. She put criminals away, stood up for victims, and protected our streets. Now, Diana is challenging failed Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg as an independent because it's time for a DA who fights for our families, not criminals. That's why Diana has won the support of organized labor, like the steam fitters, plumbers, and ironworkers, everyday New Yorkers who want a DA they can trust. Manhattan needs a DA who will do the job, prosecute crime. That's Diana Florence. Under Alvin Bragg, crime is up and prosecutions are down. Bragg doesn't prosecute crime. He plays partisan politics. Bragg failed to protect women and failed to protect workers. As a prosecutor, Diana Florence won groundbreaking convictions, fighting against corruption, domestic violence, wage theft, and deadly working conditions. She's always been a partner of unions, community groups, and to cops like us. For Manhattan District Attorney, vote for Diana Florence. Diana4DA.com. Paid for by Diana for Manhattan DA.
So getting back to what I started with, the Democrats are livid that at the cost of reportedly $6 million, a bargain if you ask me, he got all of the leadership, all those generals and admirals in one place, took to the stage and addressed them. And how they see this as a bad thing is beyond me. Well, they'll see anything that the Trump administration does as a bad thing. So he gets up there, and it was a great moment. He told these people that is over. No more men in dresses. He said that. And it's fantastic. No more fat soldiers and fat generals. Everyone will be required to pass a physical fitness test every 6 months. You're required to do physical training every day you're on duty. How is this bad? I was watching, of course, a clip from The View, the gals of The View. And boy, if anyone knows the military and what makes for a strong military, it's the gals sitting around the old table at The View, sipping their coffee, isn't it? They couldn't fathom why Pete Hegseth would call all these generals and admirals in front of him and not give them what The View called an uplifting speech. Because that's what they've done for years. It's all about making people feel good, inclusion, tolerance, celebration. Well, sometimes when you get a group of people in front of you and you want to let them know with no doubt whatsoever that there's a new sheriff in town and we're not doing things like that anymore, it might not be an uplifting speech. It'll be factual. It'll be important. It'll be pertinent. But maybe they won't leave feeling all good about themselves. I mean, I got to assume a majority of the brass, the upper echelon in the military, loved this, Love the idea that we're going back to a military that is based in strength, dedication, loyalty, and the mission at hand, and not this bullshit experimentation, a freak show. When I saw videos of guys on carriers or in submarines, and they're femboys with makeup on, and they're talking about how they're just going to strut around the ship for the day, that's laughable. That does not make a strong military. Diversity for the sake of diversity doesn't make a strong military. Having transgender leadership does not make for a strong military. So he got up there and let them know. And why gather them all in one place like that and talk to them? Well, because then you can't get one of these generals or admirals saying, oh, I didn't get the memo. Oh, I missed that Zoom meeting. Oh, my guy didn't tell me that you had said this, or he got them all right in front of him, pointed at them, and said, this is how we're doing things now. Remember that shit? That's done. This is what we're doing now. Between, getting rid of, he called it debris. It was wonderful. The men in dresses, the debris. He goes, we're not doing that shit anymore. Debris, just stuff that's in the way, stuff that gets, mucks up the works. And that's exactly what's been happening. People have, the Biden administration just abused the American military and turned it into a freak show. It's bad enough we have to walk around and look at our cities, even our government officials, and see that nonsense. A man in a dress is telling us, what we need, what we don't need, what our money should go to. He's mentally ill. and the population of this country, or at least a segment of them, much too large a segment, has been brainwashed that these people should be looked at just like, it's a woman. A man in a dress is a woman. And they've been brainwashed to the fact of that, and they go into the voting booth and they vote these people into positions of power. Well, it's done in the military, and hopefully it's someday it'll be done in positions of power. These people, if they want to live their lives like that, you go. Do whatever you want. I don't have any say in what you do in your personal life. You want to put on a dress as a man and call yourself a woman, have at it, have fun. But the last thing I'm going to do is participate in it and endorse it and give you, to call you a woman, say that these people are women. They're not. They're men in dresses. And as far as the United States military goes, it was very, very refreshing to see Pete Hegseth get up there and lay it out in simple, plain English that wasn't another one of our leaders treading lightly around eggshells, worried that they're going to say something that's going to upset some group. Who cares? What is best for America? Say that. Speak that. Engage the people and perform those duties without worrying that that's going to be an issue, that some people are going to get their feelings hurt. And we've seen what happened lately with Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer and the sombrero mustache Mexican hat dance meme. That's hilariously funny. And it just shows we're moving in that direction of not giving a shit what people think, if they're offended. The Democrats closed down the government. They were given a clean bill to finance the government staying open by the Republicans, and they decided, nope, we're not signing that one. We're going to come up with a bill that has money for illegals in it. And they try to blame the Republicans for that. Well, we see the truth. And until they come to the table and sign a clean bill, the Mexican hat dance memes will continue. All right, I got to take care of this beeping piece of equipment here. And that's it. Whipping it out. Little truth for the people. Could catch my show 8 to 11 p.m. Sunday evening on WABC Radio.
Thanks for listening to Whipping It Out with Anthony Cumia. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?